And we're working. All right, welcome back. Hope you're having a good day. Today I'm going to show you how I plant a pineapple top and just kind of talk about pineapples for a second. I'm 52 years old, and really it's only been a few years now that I've actually even known how pineapples grow. Kind of felt kind of stupid when I didn't realize it at first, but they are actually bromeliads, or not pineapples, but all pineapples are bromeliads, kind of like the whole cactus and succulent thing. But they'll grow out of a plant that actually looks like this, but a lot bigger. And there'll be a big stalk that comes up with the flower on top, and the flower eventually turns into the pineapple. The base of the plant will die. It'll put off what you call suckers or pups, which are actually the quickest way to grow a pineapple. And then you get the top that you can grow a pineapple from, or another plant from, and then they also get slips, which I'm going to talk about at the very end or whatever. But I'll show you how I plant the top, and then just kind of throw some stuff in at the end here for full disclosure and everything. That some people will just cut the top off and plant it just like that. I can actually see where that would work. Perhaps maybe the little bit of rotting flesh that's left in the very top might even help fertilize and get the plant started. And you didn't separate the roots from the actual pineapple itself. I actually take and I twist the top off. And then you can see here what's on the bottom there. It's just where it was in the top of the pineapple. And then I take and I just start plucking all these leaves off. And that should be about right. Sometimes you'll see the little roots in here. I don't really see any in this one here, but that should be good enough. And basically, I take and plant it outside about that deep, about there where my fingers are, just really enough to kind of hold it up. There's enough of the plant left up there to create some photosynthesis. Now, there are a lot of people that will take and kind of set this in some water and wait until they do see the roots form and everything. I've tried that before. I've tried that with a lot of my even bonsai trees or whatever, and I find then that the roots that come out really are very, I don't know, they break very easily, and then when you try to get them in dirt and try to get it set in soil right or whatever, sometimes they just break right off. So I usually just put it right in soil. Now, my full disclosure I was going to talk about is that I've got plants all around my yard in varying degrees of health. I've probably got about 8 of them out there between 1 year and 5 years old, and I have yet to have an edible pineapple, but they're out there growing. I'm hoping that it's going to happen one day. I was actually just kind of looking online, and they say, you know, it can take up to 2 to 3 years to get a flower or a pineapple, but I haven't had one yet. And I do know my oldest one out there is about 5 years old. It's still growing, still looks fine. Of course, it was underwater for a little while just the other day when Elsa came through, but it still looks good. I can get plenty of these to grow, but you're not going to eat all that much from there. It's a little ornamental pineapple. These things have the roughest ridges on there. The plants that these things come from, I can barely move them around or anything else. I got little clumps of them growing out there. I've actually had one where I experimented and popped the top off and replanted this and got it to live, but I'm not really all that concerned with these. And then I also get plenty of these to grow too. This is a red variety of ornamental pineapple. I didn't point that out here. Sorry. This is an ornamental pineapple, and so is this one. I have heard some people say that that you can actually eat what's in here, but I'm sure that it'll be like an hour's worth of work to get like one bite worth of food there. But I don't know what it is about these guys. I have 4 or 5 other ones of these out in my yard that I didn't bring in, and I probably have about 8, 9, 10 of these, and just these things grow and produce and produce and produce, and for some reason my edible ones, I got nothing. And I said at the end I'd mentioned something about the what do you call these? These are the slips, and this is where you just get you have the pineapple, and of course that was where the stalk kind of came up there or whatever, and then the top, and then all these side pieces, you know, you pop those off and you can put that in some soil and that'll grow too. That one was probably too small. I mean, sometimes it's all on how much patience do you have, and do you really need that many pineapple plants? And these things, you know, I got one of these about 5 years ago, and now I've got probably 7 or 8 different clumps of them going out in the yard, and they just produce all year long. And then I got one of these plants about 3 years ago, and now I've got 2 good clumps out there growing. And like I said, you know, imagine the work to get in there to find out that you had like maybe a pinky's worth of food to eat or whatever. But anyhow, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope one day I get a homegrown pineapple I can eat.